Hi, my name is Annika Reinhardt, and today we are installing StableComfort Stall Flooring. We will also be showing you how to install StableComfort Premium. These are a great way to upgrade the comfort of your stalls, both existing and newly built stalls. Let's get to it.
Your order will arrive with a top cover, rubber crumb-filled mattresses, plastic strips, which will be shipped inside your roll of top cover, and premium pad, if you're installing StableComfort Premium. For proper and safe installation, you will need the following tools: a tape measure, chalk line, sharp utility knife with replacement blades, cordless impact drill, hammer drill bit for concrete, a hammer, a broom, and optional black caulking. You will also need to purchase the appropriate hardware for fastening your system. A box of 200 pieces of galvanized 8 by 1.5 inch screws is recommended. We highly recommend you use proper safety gear, such as work boots with steel toes, work gloves, safety glasses, and earplugs. If you haven't already, measure the stall floor dimensions. These measurements will help you place an accurate order. After cleaning out the surface of your stall and removing any obstacles such as feeders, make sure the surface is even and properly packed before starting the installation. Here, we are using spare rubber crumb to level out the floor where there is a dip. Now we can bring the mats into the stall and lie them down in the following pattern. When the last mats are being positioned, it is likely that you will have to cut your mat in order to properly fill in the stall. To do this, make sure you cut open the first cell of rubber that is on top of the adjacent mat. Once cut open, take out the rubber crumb. You will need this in the following steps. For now, just leave the rubber crumb on top of the already installed mat. Depending on your stall setup, you may have some obstacles, such as posts, water systems, or beams from doorways. You can cut around them by cutting part of a cell. Make sure not to cut too far into the top of the individual cells you are working with. Remove the rubber crumb and tuck the loose fabric tightly into the end of the remaining cell. You want to make sure this cell is still snug against the obstacle. You will notice that you have extra mats. You can now bring them into the stall and cut them open for the loose rubber crumb, which will be spread over the mats that are already on the floor. Keep in mind, if you are installing StableComfort Premium, less rubber crumb is provided and is only needed to fill the baffles. Using the sharp utility knife, slice each cell open, spreading the loose crumb evenly across the stall, focusing on the grooves between each cell. This will fill the grooves between the cells and create an even surface. Be careful not to cut the installed mats during this step. If you have ordered the StableComfort Premium option for the added comfort for your horse, you will receive sheets of premium pad. You are now ready to lay down the sheets of premium pad, which will be installed directly over top of the mats and the loose crumb. Make sure that the seams between the pads are opposite of the seams between the mats. You will also want to ensure that the seams of the premium pad sheets are offset from each other. Trim any sheets of premium pad that are too big by lying the last pad over the adjacent pad. This edge will now be your cutting ruler. Again, be careful not to cut into the mats underneath the foam. When all the pads are in position, step down on all the seams to help create an even surface. Now that the base layer is ready, the top cover can be brought in and rolled out. As mentioned, your roll will likely have your plastic fastening strips inside. Be sure to remove these first. We recommend to pre-drill the strips with a 1/8 drill bit. The first hole should be 1/2 inch in from the end of the strip and 1/4 inch in from each side of the strip, following a zigzag pattern with holes every 4 inches apart. Begin unrolling your top cover with the gray felted side facing down. Your top cover will be larger than the stall. Once your cover is unrolled, make sure it is square with the stall. You will want to make sure you have at least 4 inches of extra cover going up each wall. Once the top cover is positioned correctly, we can now push down on each side and into any corners to help settle the cover and remove any wrinkles. You will also want to stretch the cover as much as possible before fastening it to the wall. This will make fastening the plastic strip much easier. Before fastening the cover to the sidewalls, the corners need to be prepared. Excess material needs to be cut in the specific way we have shown here. It is suggested to start with your most difficult corner first. You will want to cut the top cover vertically, being extra careful not to cut too far down. Remember, once the cover has been cut, it cannot be repaired. You will now fold the two pieces, placing one behind the other. This will create a snug, waterproof corner. You are now ready to fasten your plastic strip. Measure the wall you are fastening first, then cut your plastic strip to fit the length of the wall. The best way to cut the plastic strip is to use a utility knife to score the strip a few times at the desired length. By bending the strip backwards, it will break at the length you need. Insert the first screw at the top hole closest to the corner while pushing down on the strip. Secure the top row of hardware, followed by securing the bottom row. This order will help pull the cover tight. The same procedure can be followed when going around obstacles such as posts. Again, make sure not to cut too low into the corners. There are many variations of how the doorway can be finished. This doorway is brick, and we have enough space to secure the cover and plastic strip to the floor on the inside of the sliding door. This step is your final chance to make sure the cover has been pulled tightly, making sure there are no wrinkles prior to fastening at the doorway. Another solution can be adding a piece of pressure-treated lumber on which the cover and strip can be fastened to. In this video, we use a hammer drill to secure the cover and strip into the brick. You can use hardware based on the type of threshold your stall has. At this point, the installation work is finished, and the only thing left to do is cut the cover above the plastic strip. Using a hook or carpet blade in your utility knife will help make this job easier. As an option, black caulking can be used to seal the top of the plastic strip. This creates a waterproof barrier. Now your installation is complete. You can now add your preferred bedding. The high level of comfort within the system allows you to minimize the amount of bedding needed. You will only need enough to keep stalls clean and dry. That's all it takes. A few simple steps to deliver a real upgrade in comfort. For more information or to get started, connect with our team or your local dealer. If you're already installing, you're one step closer to lasting comfort in every stall.